Hello and welcome to this episode of the Goodness Reigns Film School. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to make a basic edit to cut out mistakes and cover them up using B-roll. Now the program I am using is Final Cut Pro X, but this should work in any editing program. I use Final Cut Pro X because I find it to be the easiest and the most efficient, but you can do it with iMovie, you can do it with Windows Movie Maker, you can do it with Sony Vegas, you can do it with Adobe Premiere, and regardless of whatever software you're using, all you need to do is watch what I'm doing and you'll get the basic idea of how it's supposed to work. The steps might be a little bit different, but I want you to understand how it's supposed to work, not necessarily how to do it in my program. So let's take a look at the clip that I've already pre-selected, and it's a clip where I made a couple of speaking mistakes, which is common if people make mistakes, so let's take a look at that.
This is the 561 BHDV from Manfrotto. Now, this is the most expensive.
Okay, so I made a mistake where I said Manfrotto. It should just be Manfrotto. Then I said, now this is, and then I forgot what I was going to say. I had this long pause there, and then I continue with, I continue with my thought. So what do I need to do? I need to fix the Manfrotto portion. So that's right here.
From Manfrotto.
So I'm going to cut out the second man by just dragging my clip. Now I can listen to that.
DV from Manfrotto.
Wow, sounds like I didn't even make a mistake, right? But you can see that there's a jump. Boom, 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 boom. And so that's called the jump cut. We want to avoid jump cuts. Anytime it goes from one scene to the next, or from one place in a motion to the next place in a motion, there's lacking continuity, we can cut away to another image and it will cover up that jump cut. And that's what we're going to be doing with our B-roll.
Now
I'm going to get rid of this section and I'm going to cover up this large gap where I forgot what I was going to say. So I will make a cut there, and I will make a cut there. It's just like if you're working with film in the olden days. They used to lay the film strip out and literally cut it with a knife and then piece together the parts that they were looking for. So I literally cut this part of the clip, I cut this part of the clip, and I'm going to subtract it like if I'm just throwing this away. And now I'm going to drag and shorten this here so there won't be that long pause. And I will drag and shorten this here so there won't be that long pause. Now let's take a listen to what my corrected audio sounds like.
This is the 561 BHDV from Manfrotto. This is the most expensive version of that monopod.
Now I made a mistake here and I said that monopod, it should be this monopod, and I'm not going to worry about that. I just want to fix the mistakes that we initially discussed. So I will go to the top. I've already pre-selected the B-roll that I'm going to use, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this drag and drop. That's why I like this program. It's extremely easy, just drag and drop. And I will put this here, and let's take a look how that looks.
This is the 561 BHDV from Manfrotto. This is the most expensive version of that monopod.
Easy as that. Now, just for fun, I will extend this clip out a little longer, because it's always helpful when we put a couple of clips together. It's not so obvious that I'm doing it for covering up mistakes, because there's more than just covering up your mistakes when you want to use your B-roll. It's also for visual stimulation and to show the purpose of the product. So I haven't even mentioned that this monopod has feet at the bottom, but by showing the feet, you will say, oh look, this monopod can sit by itself. That's pretty amazing. And so I could have forgotten to mention that, or I might mention it later on, but regardless, I've found a way to say it without saying it, if you know what I'm saying. So I need to trim this clip here. So here we go. I'm just going to put this next to it. Alright, there we go, and let's take a look how that looks, and I will just trim this here, and I'm going to go ahead and add a cross dissolve because I think it will add to my, sometimes you want to use cross dissolve, sometimes you don't. I'm just showing you because I'm adding the cross dissolve. So now let's take a look at our final clip. I've cut out the mistakes, I've fixed the jump cuts, I provided visual stimulation, and I did so in such a short amount of time. And this is, if you can do this, if you can try and practice this, this is really what's going to set your video apart, is these simple edits. With modern editing systems, it's really simple.
This is the 561 BHDV from Manfrotto. This is the most expensive version of that monopod, and the most you should pay for it would be $300. But every penny...
Excellent. So let's take that look one more time. I didn't really like how this kind of stopped there. I wanted to get the motion. And I'm going to just go ahead and extend this just because, sorry, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I'm going to cut out this every penny comment. Alright, now let's take a look. Here's my cross dissolve. Throwing that in there. Now we're done. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. Let's take a look at our final clip.
This is the 561 BHDV from Manfrotto. This is the most expensive version of that monopod, and the most you should pay for it would be $300.
Oh, that looks great. You didn't even know that I made up Manfrotto and that I had a 5-minute long pause. And again, you can use this to shorten conversations because what is going on behind the scenes, you have no idea what I'm doing with that audio. Now, God bless you, God love you. I highly recommend that you go out and take some practice shots. Make a little project for yourself. When we've got our contest coming up, even if you don't think, this is your topic or you stand a chance, or it doesn't matter, it's important that you get the practice in, and it's better that you have an incentive to get your practice in, such as a contest, because if you don't practice, what's the point of knowing this information? You have the power, you have the tools. Let's do this. Let's work together for God. God bless you and God love you. Take care. Talk to you later.